לא, לא, תשב, יש לך מקום, מיטל. אור, תגיד להם לרדת. מוכנים? תגיד להם לרדת. בדיוק 6:30. קורא לך מיטל. אני בינתיים אגיד לכם הנחיות קטנות לגבי, במקרה של הזקה. לא. אם תוכלו לצאת בזהירות עד כמה שניתן, בלי לרמוס, דרך הדלתות האלה תהיה לכם שם הכוונה לכיוון המעליות לאזור המוגן. הוא מאוד גדול ומאוד מוגן. תצלמו אותי, רצה. לא. דברים משמחים לישראל, אנשים שאוהבים אותנו, פלטפורמות בינלאומיות. כן, עוד שנייה. טוב, מישהו צעק לי אם אני יכולה להגיד כמה מילים, אז אני אגיד. כן, אם אפשר לכבות טלפונים. תודה רבה לכל מי שהגיע, אנחנו גם נרגשים מאוד. שמי אירי תלמי ואני מנהלת את התקשורת הבינלאומית של תל אביב-יפו בתאגיד עיר עולם ותיירות. ברוכים הבאים לתל אביב-יפו ותודה שהצטרפתם אלינו לאינטרקונטיננטל דיוויד, נותן החסות הרשמי של המצעד, לקראת מצעד הגאווה 2025, העומד השנה בסימן שוויון לקהילת הלהט"ב. כמו בכל שנה, המצעד הוא לא רק אחד מאירועי התרבות הגדולים במדינה, אלא גם ביטוי לחזון שלנו לעיר בינלאומית, חופשית, שוויונית ומכילה. וגם היום, לצד ההתרגשות והגאווה, כולנו נושאים בליבנו את הכאב והתקווה להחזרת החטופים, ומבקשים לחבק את הלוחמים והלוחמות ששומרים עלינו, ואת משפחות השכול. תודה רבה לשותפים שלנו, משרד התיירות ומשרד החוץ, שהאירוח הזה של כוכבת בינלאומית, במיוחד בעת הזאת, בתקופה כל כך משמעותית, לא היה יוצא לפועל בלעדיהם. אז תודה רבה. ברשותכם תודה. ברשותכם לקבל את האורחת שלנו, אני עוברת רגע לאנגלית. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our guest of honor for Tel Aviv Pride 2025, an icon, an inspiration, and a trailblazer. Please welcome Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn, we're delighted to have you here with us today. Yeah, this is your place.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to have you here. We're delighted. Now it is my privilege to invite Deputy Mayor of Tel Aviv-Yafo, Meital Aviv, to greet our guest.
It's my pleasure
No,
to be here. My pleasure to be here. And I guess we just start, we go?
Now Meital Aviv will greet you. She's our Deputy Mayor for LGBTQ community.
Nice to see you. Wait a second, maybe there's a button we didn't push.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is. So,
Keep going.
yeah. So again, thank you
There
for
we
being
go.
here. Thank you.
We're working now.
Yeah, and I want to say that the LGBT community is in Israel is showing the freedom and democracy of our country, unless like our neighbor, you know.
Yes.
And Tel Aviv-Yafo is really the house of the community, and we are not just speaking, we also are doing all the time for the community in all the field. And the community is part of Israel in all the field. They are in each sector. They are doing army. They are doing what they did for the economy, in medicine, in every field. And they are part of the community, and they are asking always for equality in life as in death. And
like we all are.
As we all are, yeah. And our Pride is going to take part in this Friday, and we hope to see you there.
Yes. Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah, fine. And only the last word that I want to say, that even though we are always in this moment of happiness and appreciating your coming, we always speaking also about the hostage, and our heart is with them during the staying in Gaza, and we always hope for freedom for them too.
Boy, that is for sure.
Yeah.
There's just a lot happening in the world right now. You know, I live in L.A.
And also in LA, you have those marches.
Yeah, LA's kind of burning right now, but fortunately I live in Malibu on the other side, so I'm not near any of that stuff. But yeah, the world in a lot of ways is going crazy. Let me tell you the reason I'm here. I was in Israel years ago, and I had such a wonderful time. And I met the nicest, friendliest people, I think, in any country I've ever been to in my life. Everybody had a smile on their face. Everybody was having a good time. And I thought someday I would really like to come back. Recently, I did an article in one of your publications, Dor, where he's around here somewhere. He did the article, came to my house, and it was so well received that I think this is probably an outreach of continuing what that is. I live, obviously, in the United States. I tell people, I said, you know, the second biggest pride event in the world is in Tel Aviv. And every response is exactly the same. They go, what? What, Tel Aviv? Are you kidding me? And I go, no, Tel Aviv. The Israeli people are very open-minded. They're friendly. They're, they're great for the LGBT community. And nobody knows it. To be honest with you, I think you guys have a marketing problem, because maybe I can come out and help market this a little bit. And so, honestly, that's one of the main reasons while I'm here. I want to bring a little bit of light in my small way that I can. And I think if everybody does a little something, we can change people's minds, the perception of what Israel is all about. And so, honestly, that's why I'm here, to do my little part. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much, Caitlyn. We also have with us Tal Epstein from the Ministry of Tourism, who will also speak on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Hi, Tal.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you beautifully.
That's what important. So, good afternoon. And on the behalf of the Israel Ministry of Tourism, I am honored to welcome you to Tel Aviv. Caitlyn, your visit is a celebration of love, inclusion, and courage. I'm sorry, I'm a bit excited, I must admit.
So am I.
You have to realize Tal was the mastermind behind it, so let's...
oh, really? The mastermind.
It's just...
That's a good start, yes.
Having you here, it's just like a dream coming true. Really, we worked so hard for making this happen, and I'm really honored and happy to see you here with us. I believe that Tel Aviv Pride is a moment of light. And it's not just a party, it's a statement, a reminder that freedom, visibility, and respect are core values of the Israeli society. We are proud to support this visit and proud to stand with those who believe in hope and not hate. Caitlyn, welcome. We are thrilled to have you here.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Caitlyn, the floor is yours, should you have...
I am very honored to be here, to say the least. And, I mentioned in the article, one of the reasons why I have been a big supporter of Israel, and in the article that Dor did, I talked about my father. As we know, in Israel and the Jewish faith, family is very important. Well, I had a very great father. And he was over here for World War II. He landed in Omaha Beach. 364 guys in the 5th Ranger Battalion landed on Omaha Beach. 60 came back alive. They were the frontline guys. They were out there in front the entire war. My father never talked about the war. When it was over with, he said he's coming home and he's just going to start a business and go on with life. He's got to forget everything he saw, because he saw the worst of the worst. When I was about 13 years old, 14, somewhere right around in there, for the first time, my dad brought out pictures that he had of World War II. The 5th Ranger Battalion were the first troops to go into Buchenwald. The Germans knew the Americans were coming, so they ran out, burnt their uniforms, put on civilian clothes, and left. And they just walked in. And he had pictures of what he saw. And it affected him tremendously, because it's the only thing he ever showed me of World War II was that. And as a young person, 13, whatever I was, around 14 years old, as a young person, I just looking at these pictures, and I just couldn't believe that humanity could do that to another person. You know, who are these people? And it was, for the first time, I really kind of opened my eyes into what's going on. And so I've always been on the side of the Jewish faith and to what was happening during World War II. And that has always continued. So I'm just very proud to have an opportunity to come here in front of you, to be here many, many years later. My father's buried at Arlington, our national cemetery, and he was a great American. And I'm glad to be here to support him. Yeah. Anyway, we have any stuff from the press? Want to ask a big question?
So
are we ready for that?
No, we're not gonna. We're gonna skip the Q&A right now. But if you have, we would love to hear if you have more statements to say here.
If I mumble a little bit, it's because I just got off a 13-hour flight.
We are anxious to hear everything you have to say.
This is my first event. I got off a 13-hour flight. No, I am just very thank you. First of all, thank you for putting this on. It's so important that we kind of normalize different aspects of society and people. We are all different, okay? And that's the good thing. Diversity can be our greatest asset also. And, you know, for myself, you know, I always grew up with, when you're gender dysphoric, you're kind of born that way, okay? But when I grew up in the 50s and 60s, nobody talked about it. It just wasn't even a word for it. I had no idea what it was. So I kept my mouth shut, and luckily I found sports. And boy, I took off in that. I mean, it was more important to me than it probably was the next person, because I had to prove myself. I had to prove my masculinity. And so this went on my entire life, and I always had this secret. I have a book out, Secrets of My Life, that I did after I came out, and I told all the horrible things I went through. And so eventually, 10 years ago, actually coming out on the cover of Vanity Fair. And it was life-changing for me, because from that point on, I just didn't have to lie anymore. I could just wake up in the morning and just be myself all day. So today, that's what I do. I wake up in the morning, be myself all day, see if I can shine a light on certain subjects when it comes to the LGBTs, but especially the trans community. and can shed a light on it. That's one of the reasons I'm here today. Also, I have been an advocate for the last 5 years because I know what's wrong is, in as far as with the trans community, is keeping biological men out of women's sports. And I have been, because I know I've lived it. I've lived being trans. I've lived in the sports world, and it just isn't fair. And if we go down that road, we got problems, because in the United States we have Title IX, which is probably one of the best legislations for equality for women, not just in sports, but in general, and to make it equal in sports between men and women as far as scholarships and this and that. And it's had such a tremendous, it's over 50 years now that Title IX has been in effect. And the previous administration opened it up to not just women, but anybody who basically thinks they're a woman, you know, their identity. That is wrong. And so I've worked very hard on this issue. And it's not just, I'm not against trans people, I'm very much for trans people, but in this one area called sports, it just doesn't work. And so I've worked very hard on that issue. And today we are making progress. It's a little slow. We obviously, you probably heard, we have a new president. We have a new president. President Trump's, I've known him for, 40 years. And he changed it back to just female at birth. And that's what we need to do. You know, that's what we need to do. But a lot of organizations and stuff are just fighting. And so we just continue to fight the war. So that's the only thing as far as trans issues that I'm really passionate about. And that is keeping it fair. And it's not just for the girls that are out there now, but future girls. What happens 5 years, 10 years from now? Young women thinking about going out for sports, saying, I don't want to go out for sports because I have to, you know, play against and run against the men. And so they just don't even go out. And it's slowly over the next 10, 20 years, just diminishes and less girls are involved. It's more for the future than it is for right now. So anyway, I've been fighting that battle for a while. And we will continue to fight it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And this is what I appreciate here in Tel Aviv. The conversation is so important. And see you in Pride this Friday.
רציתי לומר מילה בעברית או שלמען התקשורת? I would say a word in Hebrew for the Israeli communication, okay? תל אביב יפו, אני רוצה באמת להגיד בשם העירייה שלנו, בשם ראש העיר רון חולדאי, אנחנו גאים לארח את המצעד, אנחנו גאים לארח את קטלין ג'נר, אנחנו גאים להיות עיר שמובילה שינוי, שנושאת את הדגל למען הזכות להיות מיוחדים, למען הזכות לאותנטיות, למגוון, ובואו לצעוד איתנו. יום שישי, ב-13 לחודש, בואו לצעוד איתנו. תודה.
See you Friday. Have a nice...
It is Friday.
Yeah.
Is it the Grand Marshal or an invited guest? What am I?
You are a guest of honor.
I'm just going to be out there.
We'll see the march.
Yes.
We'll
anyway,
march and we'll...
I'm looking forward to it. It's a great event. Yeah, it's a great event here in Tel Aviv, and it's going to be a lot of fun on Friday.
Definitely.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you. תודה רבה. תהיה לכם המשך ערב נעים.